The 3-second rule of first impressions. The psychology of creating a favorable image. 1. Why are first impressions so important? Have you ever met someone for the first time and instantly felt, oh, this person seems nice, or, not so great? That's the power of a first impression. We form an impression of someone in a very short time upon meeting them. And surprisingly, this first impression rarely changes. The reason first impressions are so powerful is due to the primacy effect. This is a psychological phenomenon, where information presented first is remembered better than information presented later, and it significantly influences the overall impression formation. Therefore, making a good first impression is crucial in human relationships, business, and even daily life. 2. What is the 3-second rule? It's often said that a first impression is determined in just 3 seconds. That's a very short moment, isn't it? Some studies even suggest it's decided in as little as 0.1 seconds. In such a fleeting moment, the other person forms an image of us. What's important here is Mehrabian's rule. This rule analyzes the elements that influence a first impression. Visual information 55%, facial expressions, posture, attire, appearance, gestures, etc. Vocal information 38%, tone of voice, speaking speed, intonation, etc. Verbal information 7%, content of speech, word choice, etc. As you can see, visual and vocal elements account for a much larger proportion than the content of speech. In other words, how you appear and how you sound have a far greater impact on a first impression than what you say. 3. Psychological strategies for creating a favorable image. So, how can you create a favorable image in that 3-second window? Let's look at specific strategies based on Mehrabian's rule. 3.1. Visual information 55% strategy. Focus on what is seen. This is the largest component, so it requires the most attention. Bright expression. Smile. A bright smile gives a positive and friendly impression. A natural smile is the most powerful tool to open hearts. Neat attire and appearance. Dressing appropriately for the TPO time, place, occasion shows respect for the other person. A clean and tidy appearance is fundamental for building trust. While attractive looks might seem innate, presenting yourself appropriately for the TPO can enhance your visual appeal. Confident posture. An upright posture and confident demeanor convey self-assurance and professionalism. Simply straightening your shoulders and holding your head high can create a much better impression. Appropriate eye contact. Gently looking into the other person's eyes is important for showing interest, focus, and building trust. Be careful not to stare too intensely, as it can be off-putting. 3.2. Vocal information 38% strategy. Focus on what is heard. Your voice conveys more information than you might think. Clear and distinct pronunciation. Speaking clearly can build trust. Appropriate voice tone and speed. It's best to speak at a comfortable pace, neither too fast nor too slow, and with a comfortable tone that is neither too high nor too low. Even with a high-pitched voice, adjusting your speech so it feels like you're making eye contact and communicating with the other person can leave a sufficiently trustworthy impression. Energetic delivery. Speaking with an appropriate level of energy can give the impression of a proactive personality. 3.3. Verbal information 7% strategy. Focus on what is said. Although it has a smaller proportion, it plays an important role in making a positive first impression. Use positive words. It's better to use positive and hopeful words rather than negative expressions. Show interest in the other person. Listen attentively to what the other person says and show empathy. Asking questions is also a good way to express interest. Compliments and gratitude. Sincere compliments and expressions of gratitude are very effective in gaining the other person's favor. Just like the psychological principle of reciprocity of liking, if you express liking, the other person is likely to feel favorably towards you too. Summary. A first impression is formed in just 3 seconds, and the primacy effect means that once an impression is formed, it's very difficult to change. According to Mehrabian's rule, visual information 55%, vocal information 38%, and verbal information 7% influence impressions in that order. Therefore, to create a favorable image, you should pay attention to what is seen, bright facial expressions, neat attire, confident posture, and what is heard, clear and energetic voice tone. Finally, if you combine these with what is said, positive word choice, and showing interest in others, you'll be able to leave a good first impression on anyone. A good first impression is not innate. It can certainly be cultivated through effort.